Carlos Nelson with What's Up Kansas City. And last night they had the People's Choice Awards, and we have one of the recipients of that awards. Who do we have here?
We have here Warren Stylez Harvey.
Hey, Warren, tell
Yes.
our audience a little bit about yourself and
Okay.
what's your art form and your medium and how
Okay.
long you've been practicing. And after you do that, I'll run a couple of more things down that we want to know.
Got you. Well, like I said, my name is Warren Stylez Harvey. I'm an artist born and raised in Kansas City. I've been doing art just about all my life. And I focus on paint, acrylic paint. I paint on canvas and wood. And like I said, I've been painting for almost 10 years now, but I've been doing art all my life. It's something that I've always had a connection to. It runs in my family. My grandmother was an artist. So it's just something that I've always found peace in and confirmation in. And art has always been something that I felt I was supposed to do.
What do you specialize in per se? I see a lot of faces and so forth. Do you do landscape or run that down?
I do a lot of abstract, and I do a lot of cubism type of work. And so that's where I've kind of feel led to. I do portraits also.
That cubism, who influenced you on that?
Honestly, I know I'm not huge on researching different artists because it's just, I like my expression to be very authentic and come from me, but my journey growing up around art, I've definitely seen different pieces of art that inspired me. I know from right off the top, of course, Picasso had a cubism, but I like to believe that expression just came from my journey. It really took me taking the journey and painting and creating and just going within myself to figure out a style that I connected with. And where I'm at right now is the journey. My art journey has brought me to this expression, and I connect most with it. So I got here from my journey. That's what inspired me.
We talked off camera, and you were saying to me about when people see you, you're in your paint.
Yeah.
They're gonna see paint on you because
always.
That explain. You talked about that expression. Talk to our audience a little bit about why is that your signature? Like with me.
Yeah.
Cascade, you always gonna see Cascade. Word. That's a signature, no matter what we're doing. Why is like what you have on right now your signature?
Because it's me. It's a representation of who I am, and the most important parts of me, the authentic, genuine part of me, is that expression, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud to be an artist, and so I'm proud to walk outside with my paint on my body, because it's what I represent, and it's a form of freedom. And, it really doesn't line up with how society says you should present yourself. And so it's really just kind of being, in a sense, rebellious and stepping out as myself and being proud to be that, you know. And I feel like it's important when people see me, I want them to see what I represent. And that's art, that's expression. And you can't get no more expression than what I have on, how my hair is. It's all about expression.
How have you, and I think I talked to you off camera about this, were you associated with any specific, whoa.
Because I know we just got done talking about the expression.
Some of the artwork that I see
Yeah.
that is in your background, what
Mhm.
inspired you to do those type pieces? And are all your pieces focused on Black diasporas
Mhm.
or African American experience?
Oh God, yes. Well, my art is all Black, and it's so Black because it has to represent who I am, and it has to speak to who I am, and speak to those that look like me. I believe it's important for us to see ourselves in artwork, to see ourselves in our truth, in our beauty, in our divinity. And so my art is really, I focus on the spirituality of us. And I'm constantly putting a dot on the forehead to represent the third eye, because it represents self-awareness. It represents the power that's within us. What it represents, not sight, but vision, and being able to see and speak. It's like, it's just the power, the source of our power. And so I believe that it's important for me to represent that, to create questions, curiosity for people, and learn just how powerful they are.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
You know, I had a brain lock,
Yeah.
and what I was going to ask you before we got disconnected was
Yeah.
how does the overall artist community, and I had prerequisite off camera asked you, are you associated with any art association group
Yeah.
or what have you? But uh, the overall artist community, are you engaged with them? And
Really?
how has your art been received?
Yeah.
And one other question, have
Okay.
you had a showing at any art gallery?
In any art gallery. Well, the organization that I am connected to is Black Space Black Art, and where we show art at different Black businesses, predominantly Black businesses, and really focus on salons and barbershops to create a gallery experience for that type of atmosphere. And when it comes to the art community, I consider myself kind of on the outside. You know, I kind of do my own thing. I don't really feel like I'm in the mix. I really just kind of flow with just my own flow, my own thing, you know. But I do feel like my art has been well received. Um, and I'm grateful for that. It's definitely taken a journey in me being consistent and really focused and really giving my all. But I've definitely seen the response from that, and it's very encouraging and motivating for me to post my stuff and it be well received. So I believe that my art connects with people and it resonates with people, and that's most important. And that really helps my journey. It really does something. It just lets me know that I am being heard, and my artwork is speaking to people. And it has to be speaking things of love, of things of truth, of power, of beauty. And for that, I'm grateful.
How surprised were you to be nominated in the People's Choice Award in your particular category?
I don't know if I would say surprised, but in a sense, a little bit. I was, because I didn't nominate myself, but you know, in a sense, I was kind of surprised, but in a sense, I wasn't, because it's like, why wouldn't I? You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, I feel like I've put in the work and I've put myself out there. I've exposed my creativity enough for people to acknowledge that. So in a sense, I expected it, you know. And once I was nominated, I kind of put it in God's hands and the universe hands. It's like, you know, if I'm supposed to get it, I will receive it. But I
Have
knew
you,
him. Go
have
ahead.
you received any formal training?
I haven't. In high school, I took some advanced classes in high school, but after high school, I tried, community college for a little bit, and I was like, but my whole art community, my whole art journey really has been solo, just me experimenting, and just being obsessive. I can have an obsessive way of thinking, and so my artwork is a reflection of that. So I paint a lot, and I paint all the time. So in that allows me to grow, and allows me to experiment, and allows me to evolve. And I believe that's very important for an artist.
What's the current project that you're working on?
It's right now I'm working on a portrait right now that's actually due today, and that's how it be, it's just, but, like I said, I work often. So it's little pieces that I do. And I really make sure that I'm creating pieces for myself too. It's times where I do commission pieces and people want portraits, but I make sure that I'm constantly creating like little small pieces, little things that I'm inspired to create. So the projects are not so much projects, but just pieces, just expressions.
Excellent.
Yes.
In closing, what would you have to say to a young high school student? I know you can remember those days that,
yes, I can.
that want to pursue their career as an artist.
Yeah. To love yourself on the journey. I've learned that when you're creating things, there's going to be times where you're not creating what you like off tops. I catch myself painting something that on the journey to its completion, I don't like it. And what I do is I judge that creation. I judge myself, and that energy inspires me to discourage myself. And I don't feel like that represents love. So it's in your expression to learn to love whatever comes out, because that expression is a representation of you. So the more you learn to love your artwork, the more you're actually practicing to love yourself. So love yourself on the journey and can follow your heart and have fun. Do it because it makes you feel good, and make sure you keep that feel good energy alive. I've learned that the more you do work for other people, the less you are working for yourself. And you need to make sure that you are putting out what is inside of you. The more you do that, the more fulfilled you will be, and the more that will feed your journey, and you will keep giving and keep giving and keep giving. Love yourself, and dedicate, be passionate. Word.
All right, well, what we're going to do after this conversation, we're going to feature some of your work.
Awesome. Appreciate that.
In a slideshow.
Thank you.
But as we say in closing all the time on all our shows, when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself.
Word.
Good night.
Program is brought to you by the Kansas City Business Association.